Vegas, bet it all. Put it on the Bucs win, whoever they gon' play gon' fall. Don't say I ain't told y'all. Loose cannons gon' fold y'all. Yeah, the Heat be 9-3, but it gets real cold in the fall. That's when the season start. Bucs come in 40 hard. Win after win, ripping the...
What is up, Bucs Nation? It is Monday, October 28th, 2024, and you're watching the Loose Cannons podcast presented by the 813, which means you can find us not only on this amazing YouTube channel, but also on our brand new website full of video and written content from a ton of creators and a bunch of different podcasts, including, of course, ours, www.the813.tv. You guys know who I am. Hanging out with Stanker and the return of Latte, who looks extremely upset being here. Very upset to be here. Listen, the Bucs obviously lost a pretty shitty game yesterday. The three of us were there. Not fun, but I just gotta get something off my chest that I was gonna do as an individual video, but I said I'm saving it for the show. And then I'm gonna let Latte get some stuff off of his chest too. But to all the people that want to absolutely kill Todd Bowles, and to an extent, it's rightfully so, but just like we don't blame Liam when Baker throws a pick, and just like we don't blame Liam when a wide receiver drops a pass, or when a right tackle or a left tackle or anybody on the offensive line misses a block or has a holding penalty or a false start, anything like that, it's time that maybe you look at the defensive players and give them some of that. They need that same accountability from the fans. Like we, tear Todd Bowles apart. I'm not saying he's not, with fault, obviously. But man, we have 2 first-round picks in Kalijah Kancey and Vita Vea in the middle going against a backup center the entire day. They didn't win a single one-on-one matchup all day. Then you got JTS, another first-round pick. We know who JTS is. We've got Yaya Diaby. I mean, we've got all these guys who are talented individual pieces, first-round picks. Okay, and you can't beat a one-on-one. Todd Bowles, I don't like his scheme all the time, but he didn't blitz a lot yesterday. He said, I'm going to put these guys back there and help coverage. 7 guys should be enough in the NFL and rushing 4. But at what point do you say, hey, those guys got to make the fucking plays? They got to make the plays. Antoine's got to be Antoine. Jordan Whitehead's supposed to come in here and fix what we had from last year. Zion's doing his job. He has... Obviously, Funderburk played absolute garbage. He put in Hayes. We even had, I can't remember the other guy who came in yesterday. Merriweather was on the field. Like, at some point, you have to say, Todd can only do so much. The guys on the field got to do something, too. And I look at Vita Vea, and I look at Kalijah Kancey. Like I said, first-round picks. The 4 guys on the line didn't have a single one-on-one matchup that they won. That's unacceptable. Todd had put them in different positions in the first game, the second game. At some point, you have to say the guys on the field have to do something too, man. And that's bullshit that everyone just blames it all on Todd. He's not without fault, but it's just as much their fault as it is his, because at some point, you go on the field and you got to go make plays, and they're not doing that, and they're not taking pride in what they do. It's bullshit. Latte?
I don't have much to get off my chest the way you do. I mean, I'm just tired of letting Kirk Cousins just rip our fucking hearts out. I mean, you like that, right? The collapse at the Capitol, then the stupid swag swerve thing and fucking Thursday Night Football. That's just the cringiest thing ever. And now he's doing a pregame speech talking about no cap. What the fuck are you talking about, Kirk? You're not gangster, bro. No cap. It's our trap. What the... I'm just tired of us doing that. Just defining the man's career, because he's only had 2 good games and they're both against us. Sammer said it best. Players got to play, man. Coach is coach, but players got to play. And I don't understand why when we have Vita and Kancey in, we have the backup ends in, and then when we have the starting ends in, and the backup interior guys are in, and then sometimes we just go all together with the C team. I don't understand. I think Sammer pointed it out. We come out of halftime and the starting D line is on the bench.
Yeah.
Like, you got 15 minutes off. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Stank?
I think why we all feel so puzzled over it all is because the breakdowns come from everywhere. I mean, defense is the low hanging fruit, right? But they're playing passive because that's what Todd wants them to play. Todd wanted them to play press man and be aggressive and really put pressure on the opposing quarterbacks. That's the defense he would call out there. Yes, we're not winning on one-on-ones. Todd at some point needs to say, you know what? Not getting it done. Vita's not 100%. Cansey's still working his way back. Winfield's still working his way back. So I'm going to have to do something here to create, or at least, die by the sword instead of dying by big razors or whatever the fuck we're dying with now, and just looking completely lost. Absolutely no pass breakups. We're not even near the balls out there. Every pass comes easy. Nothing's fucking contested. And you know what? Defense comes back out. They make some adjustments, I guess. I don't know. Second half, the offense is nowhere to be found. Baker throws a interception, on some weird ass fucking flea flicker. It's just like when one part of the offense or one part of the team, picks it up, the other part starts to take a shit. Special teams is a complete fucking disaster, embarrassment, absolutely fucking embarrassing. So it just comes from everywhere, bro. We lose in every way possible. Turnovers, shitty defensive play, fucking weird ass play calling in a 2-minute drill towards the end of the game when you have an opportunity to potentially win the game, and then you waste fucking 25, 27 seconds for 10 yards. Like, that didn't make any sense either. So the failures come from everywhere. It's easy to point fingers at this and that. Baker deserves some criticism. Whatever the game plan was in the second half offensively, Liam deserves some criticism. Giving up on the run, penalties. It's what bad teams do. That's why it's so frustrating. It's just what bad teams do. And
I was just to your point though, like when you're playing these backup guys, Stank, you can't blitz. Dude, Funderburk was chasing the back number of everybody he was guarding. He wasn't guarding anyone. It was unbelievable. And so at that point, you say, what can Todd possibly do? He's tried to blitz. He's tried to play man press with these guys. He's tried to, at some point, these guys they got to play better. I guarantee you there's no defensive scheme that he's drawing up that says, leave everyone wide open and let's just hope that we can tackle. Also, by the way, don't tackle. There's no design play where you put 7 guys in coverage and a running back sneaks out of the backfield uncovered for 15, 20 yards. That's not Todd. That's the players just not doing their job. And Todd doesn't throw guys under the bus. But if you listen to the last 2 weeks where he's been saying, he says stuff like communication. Yesterday, he said something that I've never really heard him say, which was, we've lost focus. The answers are in the locker room. That's his way of saying, I'm not going to throw these guys under the bus, but fuck, guys, it's your fucking jobs. Do your fucking job. He doesn't say straight up. He's not BA. Sorry, Latte.
No. I was going to build off what Stank said too. And everybody, as Stank says, blames the low hanging fruit, the defense, but, and I love Liam. Don't misunderstand me, guys, but 9 carries for Bucky total, five carries for Rashad, whatever it was. Like, what are we doing? Why did we stop running the ball? Sammer, why did we stop running the ball if it was working? Why did we stop running the ball?
Dude, you have no Mike Evans and you have no Chris Godwin, and the game plan was to throw 51 times with Baker Mayfield. That was the game plan. The first quarter was beautiful. It was exactly what they should have kept doing, and then they went away from it.
And the line they were opening holes. They were running the ball, and they knew they couldn't stop it. Why did we stop running the fucking ball?
And even when we weren't running it, we were throwing it to them and using it as an extension of the run. Sorry, Stank. We were using it as an extension of the run. So it was still working, and you're getting the ball in the actual playmakers' hands. I'm sorry, no offense to McMillan and Trey Palmer, but if I list off our playmakers, Rashad and Bucky are still higher than them. So they should get the ball.
Yeah, and Cade, they stopped throwing the ball to Cade in the second half too, or Atlanta tried to take Cade away.
Took him away probably.
But there were several of the series where we were behind the sticks majorly. Penalties and stuff like that's going to limit your ability to run the ball. No, but I feel like maybe Liam's immaturity feeds Baker's immaturity a little bit. Liam starts to get a little itchy and desperate, and then Bake starts to play that way. As much as I won't give Dave Canales love. He was pretty fucking chill over there. And I'm feeling that Liam's got a little more asshole in him. Like, enough is enough. I want to get aggressive. Let's score some points. Could be some of that too.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that though. Like, we see the recipes there with this guy. We see he knows what he's doing, and I feel like he will eventually get better. And on the offensive side of the ball, sorry, they have all the excuses built in. No fucking number one, no number two wide receiver. And somehow they came out and just looked great and was able to score points, in the first half of the game. And then, whatever, Atlanta made adjustments, whatever happened, turnovers, fucking weird, fucking fake punts. Like, oh, I don't even know, bro. I don't even know what to say about that shit.
And with all that being said, we could have won this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The very end.
Yeah.
And with all that being said, not that it's stylistically not my thing, guys, but Jesus Christ. At what point are we going to hold some of these refs accountable? Like the last game, we're running it out. Bucky gets a fucking face mask, fumbles. They tie it. Game, you know the story. And this one, maybe it didn't define the game, but we lost by 5, right? And it was a huge score that made them go up by 2 touchdowns. That was a fucking fumble. I mean, they robbed Antoine Winfield of an incredible play. How the fuck does a billion, trillion, whatever the fuck it is, NFL, not have 4K cameras everywhere, specifically down the fucking line? How? We can get every fucking replay angle. We can see the fucking 5 o'clock shadow on goddamn Baker's face, but we can't have a camera on the fucking goal line? How is
Only
that
certain games
usable?
Only certain games.
It should be every fucking game.
Oh,
NFL.
I agree.
You gotta get it right, man. It's fucking crazy. You gotta get it right.
But here's the thing, Latte. If we're in a position to do our jobs on defense, he's not walking into the end zone like that. Like he did in the first quarter.
And Antoine's not making a heroic fucking play again.
But like right now, I think the guys on the back end are trying to overcompensate for, I think, really bad linebacker play. And I'm sorry to say this, but Levante's included in that phrase. Sorry. It is what it is. Okay.
Sammer.
He's a legend. Don't get me wrong, but
Sammer. It's been floated out there. I want to ask both of you guys. Are we seeing the decline? Because it doesn't look the same.
We saw it in the early parts of the season. It just, if you're good enough, you can overcome it, but you can't overcome it when you got KJ Britt next to you. You also can't overcome it when you don't have safeties and corners doing their jobs either.
It didn't look that bad when Savase was out there. Now Levante has to cover a lot more. And listen, I think that our safeties are suffering because of that.
But here's the thing. People are like, when is he going to bench KJ Britt? When's he going to bench? Listen, they didn't go into this season thinking he was a coverage linebacker. Otherwise, he wouldn't have had a 50-50 split with Dennis when Dennis was healthy. They knew what his limitations are. But right now, they don't have a guy on the defense that's good enough to even be better than him. And they said it today. Todd Bowles said, we're going to have to bring up some guy from practice squad and just get him up to speed just enough to maybe plug him in a little bit, because he's still not up to speed on the defense to play, which, I mean, that tells you so much. Like, this team is so fucked on depth that I can't put it all on Todd. I just can't. Like, what is he supposed to do? He's not designing a defense to leave guys. That first touchdown to Kyle Pitts, this guy was open in 3 different zones.
Bro,
like, how is that the coach? How is that the coach? I'm sorry. And I'm not saying don't fire Todd, and I'm not saying he's not to blame, but man, either he's not teaching something or these guys are not taking their... Antoine said it in the offseason. A bunch of these guys said, we want to be a top 5 defense in the NFL. You motherfuckers put it out there. This is how you fucking play? You want to be a top 5 defense? This is how you fucking play? This is how you play? You can't beat a backup center, Vita Vea? I don't care if you're not healthy. Kalijah Cansey, you took off fucking 5 weeks. You can't beat a backup center? Come on. They didn't do anything special against us, man.
Yeah, I don't know that there's an answer for the KJ Britt conundrum outside of maybe Tyke, getting reps, they stay in nickel more. Maybe that's the answer when Tyke comes back, but he's a liability. Offensive coordinators around the league know that. You think Andy Reid is like fucking eating hamburgers and fucking, laughing about what's about to happen this week?
Hey, listen, what's going to happen this week is, and he's had a really bad fucking year up until last night. Last night was a glimpse. Kelsey's going to go the fuck off with these linebackers, bro. Kelsey, hey, if you have a fantasy, start Kelsey everywhere, bro.
I mean,
he's about to fucking go off.
Their offense has been terrible, and they're going to look absolutely amazing. And here's the thing, you can't even put a spy on Kelsey at that point because everyone in the back end, like, what, you just leave these losers out there? I'm not, like, no offense, Thunderburnt. Yeah, I'm calling him Thunderburnt from now on. Guy was an undrafted free agent for a reason, okay? He's a rookie. I mean, this guy, he was lost. You put in Hayes, played a little bit better. Merriweather shouldn't be on the field. I mean, the names of these guys, I mean, at the end of the Isian, not great. I'm sorry, he's not. He's just not great.
He caused that fumble, but still, that safety.
The guy was fumbling the ball before he even got to him.
Hey, Farouk Webb said it best. that was, at least for me in the stands, that was the one that just fucking kicked me square in the nuts. How do you let this fucking guy, Kirk Cousins?
Oh, God, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You like that, right? The swag, the most stiff fucking swag surf I've ever seen in my fucking life. Guys got no rhythm. And he says that our fucking title talk about we got to come out swinging, no cap. Kirk,
Stop,
bro. That's how you talk. Stop. And this
listen,
run for 14 yards. He can't.
Yeah. Listen,
he's the exact opposite of mobile. It took him fucking 5 minutes to get to the fucking first down.
Nobody was around him.
Nobody could stop this guy. Jesus Christ.
Nobody was around him, dude.
Sorry, Stank.
Nobody.
No, you're fine. I was going to go off on a completely different tangent. But you're correct. Yes, it's frustrating. Atlanta's not that good. I think we will see as the season goes. If we can start to get our shit together, this division is still going to be.
No, Stank. They got a 4-game lead on us, buddy. They would have to collapse, bro.
It's not a 4-game lead. 2-game
They've
lead.
won. They've won 2 of against us, and they beat Carolina. They beat the same
tiebreaker. Yeah, we haven't.
Yeah, but Latte, they have to play the same teams we play, and they're not a good team, in my opinion. They're just not. So I expect them to stub their toes.
It's an uphill fucking battle for us.
Yeah, of course it's uphill battle. I'm just saying the season's not over. I don't buy it running away with it and winning 12 games. I don't see that happening. So I feel like if we can limp through the stretch and by miracle win one, even if we don't, and we end up being 4-6, the next 6 games are all winnable. And maybe we lick our wounds and we get some fucking momentum going. I don't know. It's hopeful, right? Wishful thinking. But I'm on the Bucs podcast, right? I'm thinking I'm fantasy land right now.
No. We're angry tonight.
Wait a second. I'm not going to address this. Sam's not going to address this because we clearly have a bias and we have a relationship. I want Stank to address this, right? We're on a Buccaneers podcast, but he's the one that's not best friends with Jason. And I keep seeing this all over Twitter as well, as if every fucking team in the NFL is 5 deep at every position.
Mm-hmm.
That can we also mention how Light has hit on some picks, but has also absolutely shitted the bed on some also. Stank, please take the floor. Address how Jason has failed us.
Whether you like Jason or not, every GM, that comes off a Super Bowl eventually becomes hamstrung by the cap. So we are limited to the guys that we can draft and limited to some of the free agents we can pick off of the waiver wire, which is why when injuries hit a team like us who don't have the ability to go out and bring in blue chip guys and aren't willing to trade future draft capital for a Band-Aid, unfortunately you're stuck in this position right now. Injuries are hampering this team on offense and defense, and blame Jason if you want. I don't care. You know what? They went all in. It worked out. And unfortunately, there's going to be some side effects of that shit. But he's the least of anybody's fucking worries. That guy will get it figured out. Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, the expectation that we're going to go and find a starting edge and a starting linebacker, just some team willing to give those up for nothing, it's not likely, man. That's not going to happen. And if you want Myles Garrett like I do, it's 2 first-round picks, which I'm cool with. But these guys are not, because remember, we're floating in that 9 to 8 win area every single year. So those first round picks, don't hold as much value, and we need our picks because obviously look at our team. We don't have depth. We need these picks. And when you do give those picks up, you lose that depth. And what happens if you lose a starter? We're back here again. Go ahead, Latte.
No, I'll just say, friend of the pod, friend of the show, friend of the program, Trey, Tampa Bay Trey. One of my favorite things that he said on this show before is that the best teams, long-term wise, are the ones that are honest with each other, right? 3 of us on this podcast are all competitive. We all want to win another Super Bowl. We all want to fucking go on a playoff run, all that shit. But the best teams are honest themselves. And Stank just said it. We went all in. We have flipped and fixed the cap. pretty much paid the Brady credit card bill off, which is incredible. Some teams are cap strapped and they're fucked for fucking years on end. And we're doing the best we can. And what I mean by the best teams that have long-term success are honest with each other is exactly what Sammer just said. Going out and getting a Band-Aid. A 32-year-old Cooper Kupp when the problem is really on the defensive side of the ball right now, right? Mm-hmm. Those are things that set you back. We're not going to win a Super Bowl this year. This is a Buccaneers podcast. I'm just being honest. We're not winning a fucking Super Bowl. Bearing us going on a fucking ridiculous run, you have to be honest with yourself and responsible with your draft picks. Giving up 2 first-round picks for Myles Garrett improves the defense immensely, but does it make us a Super Bowl team all of a sudden? I don't know. I don't know.
Did he make Did he make Cleveland a Super Bowl team? No.
No.
Listen, we love to exist in fantasy land, and we all want the best. And yeah, the Chiefs can go out and put capital on the line because they're probably going to win the Super Bowl. Like they can, just like we did when we saw like the opportunities there. Let's pounce on it. Let's sell out. Let's do a little bit of that. We did it. Teams like us who are 8-9, 9-8, somehow still winning the division. By the way, coming off of all that success that we had with Brady in the Super Bowls, which is extremely hard to do. Are the Rams doing that after that? The way they went all in and won a Super Bowl? No, it's really, really hard to do that. So
they're doing the same thing we're doing. They're just trying to draft guys too. They found Puka Nacua and the other guy that they end up drafting to where they don't even need a Cooper Kupp, even though now he's not on the trade table. But back to this game, you guys brought up a good point about Liam. Okay, don't want to spend too much time on this because I don't think that the offense really deserves to be hammered on too much. But 2 things real quick. Baker can't make these fucking interceptions happen every single week anymore. There's no more wiggle room. It doesn't happen. But here's my thing. There was a flaw in this game plan at halftime or in the second quarter. And I think we used to see it with John Gruden a lot, where he would just get too cute and say, fuck this. And he would just go off the deep end. And a lot of offensive coordinators do this when it doesn't make sense. They were running the ball. They were running the ball well. And key part here, they were keeping their shitty defense off the field and Kirk Cousins off the field at the same time. 7-8 play drives work in your favor. Shorten the game. Get the fuck out of there. Things were working for us. Then all of a sudden, Liam just starts throwing the ball. We were never down more than 14 until we gave up that stupid that fake punt. Coming out of halftime, it was a 7-point game. You didn't have to give up on the run at all. You could have run the ball the entire rest of the game. It was working, and everything off of it was working even better. Instead, we're sitting there, and that's why I don't like Baker putting on hero cape. And it's like Liam gave him the cape almost. He's like, here, put the cape on, go hang yourself. And that's 2 things that just cannot happen when this team is missing Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, and they're fucking running the ball well. They're running the ball well, and they're throwing it to the backs well. It didn't make any sense to move away from that, especially given the fact that you were keeping your shitty defense off the field. I would have been okay punting as long as you kept them off the field longer.
Yeah.
Don't even talk about that punter.
I don't know, man. I'm ready to fucking move on.
We don't have answers on this podcast. If y'all tuned in to find
we're not
out,
here to give you answers.
We don't have it.
No, I think it's going to get ugly this week. But who knows? I bet against Bulls many times. I've been on the edge with that guy many times.
Hey, last year we all did. They lost 6 out of 7.
Right, but you know what? I've been on the of all 3 of us. I've been like many times. Okay, so
well, do you just have a hemorrhoid scenario go down? What was that?
I constantly have hemorrhoids that they never go away. Wow. No, it's frustrating that he doesn't have the answers. Otherwise, we'd see it out there, and it is on the players. And you name the guys, right? King Cook, and you have every right to be upset. You said JTS, Logan Hall, Braswell. Don't shut the fuck up with Gaines and Brewers. Stop. Those guys should be working at fucking Jiffy Lube right now.
Braswell's a rookie, by the way. What are we expecting him to do?
Cansey wouldn't bet against that guy. I feel like eventually he'll get his wheels under him. He'll get his legs under him.
Yeah, but Stank.
But criticism.
You got to give him criticism.
You do, but criticisms definitely due for JTS. And Logan Hall, I mean, he's made a handful of plays this year, but for where they were drafted, you want more. You want them to be able to beat one-on-ones, at least semi-consistently. They deserve to be criticized. They haven't been great. And you want guys to be great at that position or at least good. And they're borderline
Dude, if you're gonna invest first round picks along your defensive line in 3 guys, okay, you got to be able to say we got 3 first round picks. We should be able to go 1-on-1 and drop into coverage, and those guys should be able to win sometimes against a backup fucking center. Okay, it's a backup center for Atlanta yesterday at that game. Kalijah Kancey should have won multiple times. Vita Vea multiple times, not just in the run game. JTS didn't even register a stat. Kalijah Kancey didn't do anywhere near what he should do. Vita Vea had some tackles, don't get me wrong, but quarterback pressures and like this guy Brewer, I have no fucking clue what his first name is. He had 2 sacks yesterday. How is he winning?
The first sack was not.
It's a sack. I don't care. It's a sack.
He gets it.
Hey, he was in the backfield. He was chasing him. I'm sorry. It counts.
You addressed this earlier, but realtor David Zisman says, when will you guys ever hold Jason Licht responsible for never signing free agents in positions of need?
We just did that.
How is Bowles supposed to keep defense playing at a high level with so many holes on the roster?
What linebacker should we have signed in the offseason with the money that we apparently had? Tell me who we should have signed. We signed Levante David, by the way.
And did you want to keep Winfield? Did you want to keep Wirfs?
Yeah, I mean,
did everybody want Mike back?
Mike,
hey, David.
Baker, like,
hold on. Let me talk to David real quick. David,
talk to David. Look at you got to look at the lens though. Look at the lens. You never look at the lens. Look at the lens.
All right, David, listen, man. You're in a subdivision. You see a beautiful house for sale. Needs a little work, right? You go to your bank and your bank's like, bitch, you ain't got no money. You can't buy that house. I don't give a fuck how much you like it. Go over there and cope and sit in front of it and cry because we're not going to lend you the money, right? That's what it's like for Jason right now. He wants that shiny toy. Trust me. He wants all of it. He wants to fill holes with good quality depth.
We all want to fill holes.
Just aren't there. We just had to pay a quarterback. We just had to miraculously convince Mike Evans to come back. We just had to miraculously convince 54 to come back. So have a little perspective here. There was no real money to spend on quality guys. Therefore, they're not going to do that. They're not going to just.
But we had $22 million in cap space, according to this dude. Man, I'm not even gonna fucking leave that. Fuck that. Let's talk about that last drive. Okay. It bothered me and Stank. We talked about the entire walk to the car. Like, you have 60 seconds, okay? After the first down that we converted, why are you not spiking the ball? Why are we going out there wasting 10 to 12 seconds to go to the next play? First of all, you should spike it. And then every route, like, the middle of the field is wide open for a reason, guys. The Falcons are like, go to the middle of the field. We would love for you to catch the ball there. And either one, they didn't run the routes to the sidelines like they're supposed to, or the younger wide receivers didn't know that that's what's happening. So they went to the middle of the field thinking, oh, it's wide open. Let's go get it. And again, what's Baker supposed to do? To not have a 2-minute offense that makes sense in that moment, to have a chance to go down the field, it just was mind-boggling. To not kill the ball there after the first conversion, stupid. Okay, they wasted too much time. And then to not go to the sidelines time and time again. And it just, man, it was the most frustrating last drive because we got a freebie. He missed the fucking field goal. And that brings me to what I want to talk to you guys about is like,
Sammer, I sent you a text though, because I want you to address that because you're a numbers guy. Read that text and you can read it out loud. I want you to read it out loud, but obviously, be careful.
Wait, before Sammer,
he's looking that up. Go ahead.
Before Sammer reads that, I want to address what he just said.
Because this is going to break it down for everyone.
Maybe the 2-minute drill was pathetic because they're just not used to running the 2-minute drill with fucking Trey Palmer and like the B team guys. So maybe they're just not. They didn't get enough reps out there with these guys.
You got Dollar General Scotty Miller out there, bro.
Scotty Miller and Sterling Shepard and fucking the whole band of misfits that we have out there trying to catch balls out. Maybe it's that, but Baker should know better than to dump it off with no timeouts and fucking 57 seconds left. Just throw the ball out of bounds and still try to get chunk plays down the sidelines.
Sammer's fucking ready. Go, Sammer.
Go, Samir.
Educate him, bro. The realtor and everybody else.
So the numbers that everybody wants to play with. It's all fakey money. I get it. But the Bucs had $43 million in dead money from Shaq and Ryan Jensen. Okay. And they decided to spread those over 2 years. 24, 25, basically. And they took on 14 million of that this year just so they'd have, money just to sign the guys that we signed. Like that 21 million doesn't even count because it's only counting the top 51 on your roster anyway. So that's not counting practice squad guys. That's not counting the rookies that they had to sign. It just doesn't make sense to take that money and just flush it down the toilet when you can roll it over to the next year and actually have money to spend on actual talent. So yeah, the Bucs may have been $21 million under the cap or whatever, but that's not really how it actually operates. And you can see the teams that are fucked. You can look at the Saints. You can look at the Rams. You can look
Saints
at,
are finally fucked.
Yeah, all these different teams. The Chiefs are eventually going to have to pay the piper. They're close. They're real close to it. They just keep on doing, they keep on doing similar things that the Bucs did during that Tom Brady window. But like to think that there's just starting talent waiting to be taken all the time, everywhere. Like it takes two to tango, man. It takes two to tango. It takes both teams to want to send a deal to happen. So enough of that bullshit. But back to my point about like this team. We have individual guys that are really talented, in my opinion. We have Antoine. I think Levante's still a very talented player. We have all these different pieces, but this team as a whole, situationally stupid team. Just a stupid team situationally, man. And that's coaching, and that's also on the players. Like, this is not college. I'm not going to teach you every fucking scenario. You got to do some of your own shit. And Liam included with that when I say bad coaching. This team is just bad in different spots when it matters the most situationally, especially on defense. 2 weeks in a row, we played two opponents who we kicked out of field goal range when we sacked or they had a holding penalty, and we aren't aware that they're not even trying to convert 3rd and 25 into a first down, guys. They're just trying to get back in the field goal range because they know we can't.
So fucking frustrating to watch.
And we
that.
just keep letting it happen. And that's not like Todd Bowles shouldn't be in the huddle saying, "Hey guys, be careful. They want to get back in the field goal range." Like, you got to know that as a player. It's like when you go on a basketball court, I don't got to tell you not to fucking, not take the easy layup when we're up 4. Like, that's not like, don't take the 3, dipshit. I don't have to tell you that. Like, this team is just
they're
dumb.
down by 3. Protect the paint. No, dumbass.
Sammer, this isn't new.
I know, but I mean, that's something I say could be coaching too.
It is coaching. This isn't new. This happens time and time and time and time and time and time again. And we end up giving up free yardage and free plays. Listen, if it wasn't for Atlanta trying to give us the game at the end of that game, the fumble, the fucking missed field goal, we're not even coping right now with the almost won scenario. Right? We got lucky to even be in it. So you can say we were 5 points away from winning the game. No, okay, great. We were. That's the truth. But luckily we were, because Atlanta's not that good either. Changes need to be made. And I'm not saying fire Todd Bowles, and I'm not saying fire the coaching staff. I'm just saying a change of attitude, a change of philosophy, a change of, I'm going to lose my job potentially if I don't start getting aggressive here. Whether I win or lose, at least we go down swinging. That passive shit, I just can't.
You know damn well, dude. He's fucked if he does, or he's fucked if he doesn't. But that's the whole point of that. That's why I'm saying that whole thing is stupid from a fan's perspective, man. Point to the fucking players. Todd Bowles hasn't missed a single tackle this year. Todd Bowles hasn't let a running back run wide open while I'm trying to cover 2 guys, or a wide receiver who's already got 2 guys covering him. Okay.
How many tackles has Todd Bowles made?
None. Okay. I get it. But at the end of the day, like, there's stuff that you just have to take responsibility for as a fucking player, man. When Baker Mayfield throws a pick, I don't go, fucking Liam. Who the fuck's telling this guy how to throw? That's not Liam's fucking fault. To not see an open guy is not Liam's fault. Like, that, again, that mentality from both sides of the ball, it doesn't make sense. You got to hold these guys accountable. And I think King Cook said it too in there. Like, situational shit, certain stuff, man, you're taught from Pee-wee football. You're taught in high school when the sideline matters. You're taught the red line as a wide receiver in high school. You're taught when to leave your heels on the 10-yard line when you return a punt. Like, these things don't need to be coached into you in the NFL. This is not college and high school where we're constantly teaching you football. We're teaching you the scheme and the game plan. It's up to you to know the shit that you should know. Like, we're not here to teach you fundamentals, dude. Fuck that. This team is stupid situationally as a group. They just are, and they don't communicate. Todd's right.
Sam, I forget who said it in the chat earlier, and Latte, I'll let you go. I don't want to take up too much more time, but somebody in the chat put it earlier. This is the second youngest team in the NFL, and it's showing right now. And we're having to depend on guys that don't have a lot of experience, that should know better, right? But they don't. And, so part of it's that, part of it's stupidity, part of it's dumb penalties, part of it's turnovers, all that. We're playing better competition right now too, but I don't really like, that's not an excuse necessarily, because these were winnable games. Like if we got blown the fuck out, which I expected, by the way, I expected we just get absolutely fucking rolled. The offense was going to be able to move the ball. Eventually, Atlanta was going to get control. It was the wheels.
What if you're Todd Bowles? What would you have done differently on that scheme in that game? What would you have done differently than dropping 7 motherfuckers into coverage? Okay, 5 offensive linemen, 1 quarterback. That's 6 people already, and a running back. That's 7. Okay, so how many people are in that route, Stank?
I'm just not a fan of giving 10 yards cushion to receivers. 10 yards cushion to receivers when it's 3rd and 3. 10 yards cushion to receivers.
Yeah, but hold on.
Time.
Give a 10-yard cushion. You have 7 guys covering 4 people, dude. 7.
Bro, these are NFL quarterbacks.
No.
Back there for
what?
It's not. Saying, I think. Listen,
It's
7 on 4, bro. It's 7 on 4.
I think
an NFL quarterback. You give him enough time, he's going to pick them apart.
What I think Sam is trying to say is 7 on 4, and then you have situations with the Pitts touchdowns where he's wide the fuck open.
3 guys fucking holding their dicks out there.
It's not about finding, the soft part of the zone and sitting down. And you're right. A professional quarterback's going to fucking pick you apart. It's the fucking breakdowns. Like, how is Kyle Pitts wide the fuck open twice? And then how the fuck is Bijan Robinson wide open 15 yards downfield? Like, how?
Linebacker.
It's not fucking busted. It's not a quarterback with time and fucking picking you apart. It's busted coverages all over the fucking field.
Linebacker.
It's a linebacker not doing his job. It's a safety not doing his job. It's a safety maybe overcompensating to do someone else's job. That's all deadly. But that's not Todd's fault. What is he supposed to do? He blitzed Kirk the first game, destroyed us. So he said, no, fuck that. I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to drop coverage. I'm going to help my guys. I'm going to help my young corners who suck. I'm going to help my safety in Izzian, who's going to have to play nickel. He's not as good as Tyke, so he's not as flexible. I got to help these guys. I got to help KJ Britt by putting as many fucking bodies around tight ends as I can. What happened? Nobody beat their fucking guys up front. Kalijah Cansey, Vita Vea, I'm coming right back to them again. 1st round fucking picks can't beat a second fucking center in a second string center. Come on, dude. You knew the game plan. Win your one-on-ones. Thank you, coach defensive line. Win your one-on-ones.
Whose job is it to keep these guys accountable?
What's he supposed to do? Bench him and play the C team? He was already doing that.
No, I'm not saying you got to bench him, but something needs to change. They're failing and they have the talent. So there is a gap somewhere, right? And the communication, you continue to make excuses about communication.
I think Todd says that to not throw his guys under the bus. I don't believe it's communication issue.
I agree with Cook.
See it.
Where the fuck is Ramirez? Where's Ramirez? We were excited about this kid when we drafted him a couple years ago. He popped and fucking flashed in fucking preseason. What else do we have to lose at this point? We need some juice, bro. We need somebody who can get to the fucking quarterback. Where's Ramirez? Sammer?
When people ask questions like that, where's JJ Russell? The only thing I can lean on is the coaches see him, we don't. So I have no idea. I can't say you should play him more. He's a preseason gem. That doesn't mean anything, really. I think they should play Colt more, too. I mean, I don't know. They see them. We don't. So I can't argue one way or the other. I understand the sentiment. Trust me, I get it. Why not? And Anthony Nelson, I like the guy. He's good effort, dude. But he's just not athletic enough sometimes. And JTS doesn't get it done. When we put in that B team, dude, get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. Brewer was fine. He somehow got 2 sacks. He's a big motherfucker. I'm cool with that, dude. Need to learn his first name. But everybody else, get the fuck out of here with this now. And then, like Latte pointed to, they stopped the hockey line shifts as much yesterday. But then they started doing, let's take our best 2 defensive tackles out and then put our starting edges. And then let's take our starting edges out and then put Kalijah and Vita back in. How does that help anybody? Then they just key in on the 2 good players.
I just want to watch Monday Night Football because I just saw somebody say fire Bowles, fire Jason, let Liam take over as coach, then let Liam go and bring in a new GM to hire his own coach. I think we've reached the realm of we're done.
Apparently.
We've reached the realm of we're done, bro.
Latte. Everybody.
And last thing, Stick, I'll let you go. Hold on. Yaya Diaby, where the fuck are you, bro? Where the fuck are you?
Enough. Everybody's got to get the poison out of their system. All right.
Is this Stank being Jake? Is this Stank being Jake? Are you Jake?
Everybody's got to get the poison out of their system. Fire everybody. Hire new guys. Draft whoever the fuck you want. Okay, you got to get it out. It's time to get back to reality here. And reality is, it might get worse before it gets better. It just might get worse before it gets better. So, temper your expectations. Somebody earlier, and you know what? I'm gonna leave with this comment.
I like what B Shuck just said. Why the fuck not?
We're gonna have a fucking weekend in KC, boys. We're gonna have some fun.
Somebody earlier
I'm gonna party with that GM before he gets fired. 100%.
Somebody, I forget who it was, and I was gonna read that Todd Bowles is just gonna cook this week. So I'm gonna leave with hope this week. Okay, we're gonna go in. We're gonna talk Thursday. We're gonna talk about. Are we
give it Sunday?
Are we recording Thursday?
Yeah, we're recording Thursday.
We can't. It's Halloween. I was gonna bring that up to you guys. We got to do a Wednesday show.
Wednesday then.
Okay. Who cares about Halloween? So what?
I'll see you guys next week then.
I'm
taking my kids trick or treating, bro. You're tripping.
No, you can go trick or treating. That's fine. Me and Stank will do a show. Big deal.
Okay.
You
guys see that? I want to be on the show.
Hey,
so I have people take my kids trick or treating. They get in the golf cart.
Yeah,
they drive down the street.
I don't have 12 wives, bro. Okay, I got one.
No, I don't send the wives to do that.
The wife,
the driver takes them in the golf cart down the
trick
street.
Or treat fucking bucklers.
You know what though? I just realized I got an old man I got to take trick or treating. I'm not gonna be here Thursday either.
An old man
are gonna be out on the street
catching a bunch of balloons, dude.
Fucking Sammer Cam for you
I'm
guys.
Gonna do three. I'm gonna do 3 box.
Why didn't I think of that? That should be his Halloween costume. The old man from Up. I've been telling you that. I told you this. I told you at the beginning of the year. Glasses.
Yeah, I get it, dude.
I'm doing it.
He's gonna look like Up.
I'm doing it. So yeah, you know what, Sammer? You can go Sammer Cam Thursday. Me and Latte will be out being good fathers, being good grandfathers, and you send your kids out on the camels to go around and fucking pick up the candy corn for you.
Hey.
Go out there and get the candy.
You know how awesome it is to have unlimited storage space on a camel?
Not only does he send them out alone, Stink, and he taxes them. No. You live here. I live here. I run the shit.
Hey, Latte.
The candy corn.
Latte. Hey, Sammer came in, right? He's been like, oh, you can't eat that. You can't. Sammer came in my house yesterday and he ate half one of my cupcakes, bro. All right,
so things are phenomenal. Holy shit.
Oh, is the hummingbird ones? Hummingbird ones?
Yes.
Hummingbird.
I saw it. I was like, I got to try it. He keeps talking about it. I got to try it.
So good. They're so good.
Wright's Deli.
I didn't eat anything the rest of the day. So I kind of balance it out. Kind of balance it out. But listen, hey, you know what? Listen, if you guys aren't here, I'll do a show on Thursday. It'll be me and the callers. I'll figure out a way. You guys can call me.
What?
Oh, you piece
call-in show.
You take fucking calls
I'm
without
gonna let
me,
you
bro.
call in, and I'm gonna tell you how stupid your take is, and then I'm gonna take the next call. I'm gonna tell you how stupid that take is. I'm just gonna obliterate every single one of you.
Sammer's gonna live his fucking perfect
for $1,000.
Hey.
And I'm going to put 3 of me. I'm going to have 3 box Sammer.
What are you talking about, Stank? This is his moment, bro.
Not going to happen.
Jameis said it yesterday, bro. You only get one shot, one opportunity.
Yeah, bro.
I'm eating
W's.
Hey, he's going to be over there fucking crumbling on paper, bro. Like, have a take, don't suck.
Garbage. Yeah, I'm going to give everyone 12 seconds.
B-Shuck, a gold jacket wearer, a loose cannon's gold jacket wearer said, when is the last time there was a call? I don't know. All I know is
I'm getting one right now, actually. I'm getting one right now.
Just so you guys know, Stank and I have been asking for the fucking calls. He's in the stream, piece of shit.
We haven't won a Super Bowl since
Pastor Smitty.
Pastor Smitty has not.
Oh,
you know what?
No, we haven't won. Hey, Stank makes a great point. We haven't won a Super Bowl.
I have a better idea.
Calls.
Yeah, I have a better idea. I'm not taking calls, but I will put out a hashtag and I will read out the worst Twitter takes from Bucs Twitter.
Nobody
I'll have you guys put out the worst possible takes. What?
We tried that. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
I think
people want to fucking call, bro. People want to call. I want to hear from King Cook, bro. I want to hear from the fucking realtor, bro. You know what I want to talk to the realtor.
I kind of just want to yell for 2 hours, to be honest.
Maybe I want to sell my house.
And by the way, if this team doesn't make the mistakes they've been making, I wouldn't put it past them to beat one of these 2 teams over the next 2 weeks, because they are self-inflicted wounds. Todd's saying it. He's just trying not to say it. Motherfuckers, do your goddamn job, because he's never going to throw these guys under the bus. That's why they don't give up on him.
Look at everybody. We want to call in.
Everybody wants to fucking
You're such a piece of garbage, Sammer. Why do you deprive people of that, man? Why?
We got networks. We got contracts. We got.
Nobody cares, bro.
That's
like telling your wife who wants to go out to dinner, you got too many other things to do.
It's true. That's also happening.
She's not happy. They're going to go to another podcast because they're not happy.
Hey, guess what? If one of my wives is unhappy that I can't take her to dinner, I got 11 more. It ain't a big deal. It's not a big deal.
He's no buck. Nah, dead ass. Let us call. Let us call.
Let us call.
All right.
Call.
I'm gonna do a
Let us
one-man
call.
show on Thursday. Everyone gets 30 seconds. I'm not doing this fucking here, stand up on the fucking
Mudfish. I'll watch if you take callers, Sam.
Look at that.
Well, the people are.
I'm not coming back on the show until I can hear Pastor Smitty pray for me because I'm a sinner.
We haven't
I
won a
need
Super Bowl
that
since he
prayer,
prayed.
bro.
Since he prayed, we haven't
been prayed
Actually,
on. How long?
That last year he prayed, we lost every prayer.
Nah, bullshit.
No,
you
no
lost.
bullshit.
I didn't. I won.
Yeah, I won at life.
I won.
I don't need you to pray for me to win. That's the thing.
Okay.
It's not real.
Hey, bro. If
night, guys.
anybody in here needs prayers, it's you.
Oh,
I'm fine. I think I'm great. What are you talking about? I give thoughts and prayers out all the time, by the way.
When you throw holy water on him, it just
I throw them out like candy corn, bro. I throw them out like candy corn.
nobody likes candy corn, bro. Like, no,
I
nobody.
actually like candy corn.
It's disgusting.
I do like it.
Oh, my son is.
Oh, here we go, bro. Gross. He's gonna eat it on camera.
A little candy corn action, baby. Let's go.
Ew, dude.
Can we go now?
Nah, let's end the show like true winners.
Hey, Latte. Let's end the show like we only know how.
Oh, you remember that? Let's end the show the only way we know how.
And yeah, Susan Hines, you're right. The
Sam,
pumpkins of these are fucking phenomenal.
You just called Susan by her government
Kevin.
name? You said her whole name, bro. That's rude as fuck.
Hey, Sammer, come on, man. For all
I
time's
respect
sake.
my elders, huh?
Hey, Sammer, for all time's sake, bro. Let's end the show.
Rude, bro.
The only way we know how. Come on, man.
Shit.
Come on,
The
man.
show the only way we know how.
It's kickoff, set it off. Go to Vegas, bet it all. Put it on the Bucs win, whoever they gon' play gon' fall. Don't say I ain't told y'all. Loose cannons gon' fold y'all. Yeah, the Heat be 9-3, but it gets real cold in the fall. That's when the season start. Bucs come in 40 hard. Win after win, ripping the division apart. Panthers, they pussycats. Falcons got bird flu. Take the